I'm Noah.
I'm Renee.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Trevor.
I'm Emma. I'm Maya.
And we're going to tell you about the endocrine system.
Did you know that that endocrinology has been around for more than 2,000 years?
The endocrine system is an elite network of glands spread throughout the body that helps our body carry out kinds of functions such as digesting food to having babies.
Some of the main organs and glands of the system are the pituitary gland, the pancreas, and the thymus.
Other main glands are the adrenal, thyroid, and reproductive glands. The adrenal glands secrete hormones such as adrenaline and epinephrine that help our body maintain homeostasis.
The pituitary gland is sometimes called the master gland because it controls so many other glands throughout the body. It has two sections, the anterior and the posterior section. The main hormone of the anterior section is called the growth hormone. The growth hormone controls growth, and the main hormone of the posterior section is the antidiuretic hormone, which prompts the kidneys to increase the water absorption in the blood.
The thyroid gland is the most important for metabolism and the digestion of your food.
The pancreas controls the release of insulin and glucagon, which are major factors in getting glucose into the cells of the body.
The reproductive glands, otherwise known as the gonads, are there for many different reproductive functions. For girls, this includes fertility, menstruation, and sexual development. For males, it is more just sexual development. Both involve puberty.
The thymus trains and develops T cells, which are cells that are extremely important within the immune system.
As you can probably already tell, the endocrine system is very important in the body, and if it becomes unhealthy, then you won't be doing well.
Well, in order to keep the endocrine system healthy, your lifestyle choices are what will determine its maintenance. A balanced diet is one way to maintain its healthiness within the endocrine system. This is done by not eating junk food and eating hormone-free foods because doing so will not create an unhealthy hormone function.
You can also check your family history for endocrine disorders. If you have a family history of endocrine disorders, you can make lifestyle changes by eating healthier and exercising more. Hormone controls many different processes, like your reaction to stress, growth, development, and hydration. Changes in the balance of hormones can have an effect on your whole body, and making the proper lifestyle changes can help keep you healthy.
Additionally, going dairy-free will also help remain healthiness. Stress levels have everything to do with hormones, therefore learning to decrease your stress intake or finding ways to deal with stress will not disrupt hormone secretion and function. Sleep is very key in remaining healthy, and without proper sleep, hormone function will be disrupted and will malfunction.
Exercising is great for your endocrine system. According to research, regularly exercising helps stimulate your hormones, which then helps improve your sense of well-being as well as your sense of equilibrium. Exercise also keeps your insulin levels in check.
Exercise will also create a healthy working endocrine system, keeping your hormone levels balanced. Finding the right exercise for you may be difficult at first, but will keep the endocrine system running.
The endocrine system can become unhealthy if hormones are being overproduced or underproduced. If hormones are being underproduced, then the endocrine system will not be able to control and communicate with the body. Hormones can be underproduced if a gland is damaged or ineffective. Hormones can be overproduced if there's a tumor on the gland, or if other hormones are signaling a gland to keep secreting a hormone.
There are many ways your body changes. Some are good and some are bad. These changes can affect the way the endocrine system works. Some of the factors that affect the glands are the environment, aging, certain diseases.
An environmental endocrine disrupting chemical, EDC, is a substance outside the body that may interfere with the normal function of the endocrine system. EDCs can affect people in many ways: disrupted sexual development, reduced immune response, decreased fertility, and others.
While there are many other age-related changes, aging affects the endocrine system by damaging cells and genetically programmed cellular changes. These changes can alter hormone production and secretion, hormone metabolism, target organ response to hormones, and others. Also, chronic diseases and disorders can affect the endocrine system. When it sends hormones to target organs, they break them down into molecules. When certain organs have a chronic disease, it causes abnormal reactions. What causes these are mostly surgeries, radiation, cancer treatment, and many more.
There is an abundant amount of endocrine system disorders. Acromegaly, the rare condition in which the growth hormone is hypersecreted not during the growth period, is one of the many endocrine system disorders. What is it? It is one of the least common disorders within the system. The most prevalent cause is an edema of the pituitary gland. An edema is also known as a benign tumor. The signs and symptoms of acromegaly range in intensity, starting with headaches and pain in the limbs. Furthermore, the signs and symptoms include enlarged hands, feet, enlarged facial features, excessive sweating, enlarged liver, heart, kidney, spleen, and etc. Treatment may include surgery, medications, and possibly radiation. A transsphenoidal surgery is performed, which is the removal of the pituitary gland tumor, in order to lower the growth hormone levels. Medications such as somatosine analogs, dopamine antagonists, and growth hormone antagonists are all used in hopes to decrease the levels of the GH hormone. This condition is not very common, meaning 3 to 4 people per million are in reality diagnosed with acromegaly.
Type 2 diabetes is a fairly common disease found mainly in adults, but children can also be found with it. This disease is caused by damaged receptors found on cells in the body. Insulin is still able to be produced by the pancreas, but the damaged receptors are not able to respond properly to this hormone. These receptors open up the cell when insulin is able to bond with them. Glucose is then able to enter into the cell. If a person has damaged insulin receptors on their cells, then this action cannot be performed. As a result, glucose will then begin to build up in the bloodstream if it is properly treated.
Type 1 diabetes is a very common autoimmune disease that attacks insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas. Without those cells, no insulin is produced, and without insulin, the glucose in the blood is not able to get into the cells. Therefore, cellular respiration cannot happen. Some symptoms of this disease are hunger, fatigue, blurred vision, and excessive urination. There are more than 3 million cases of type 1 diabetes across the United States, so it is very prevalent.
Not all tumors are cancerous, which is mainly the case with thyroid nodules, which are tumors in the thyroid. 90% of them are not cancerous. The thyroid gland plays a major role in the metabolism, growth, and maturation of the body. It helps to regulate many body functions by producing a steady amount of hormones into the bloodstream. Depending on how many energy the body needs depends on how much hormones are released. This cancer disrupts the hormones being released. It causes the thyroid gland to produce less hormones, therefore throwing off the body's growth. As the cancer progresses, the symptoms in many cases are difficulty in breathing and swallowing, throat pain, and a hoarse voice. This type of cancer is very rare and treatment is almost always successful.
Pheochromocytomas are catecholamine secreting tumors formed within the adrenal medulla. They are the most common type of adrenal medulla tumor. For the most part, these tumors are benign. However, 10% of these cases are malignant. Catecholamines include epinephrine and norepinephrine and dopamine, all of which are produced by the adrenal medulla. The hormones epinephrine and norepinephrine are responsible for the fight-or-flight response, or adrenaline. The adrenal medulla cells are called chromaffin cells. The abnormal growth of these chromaffin cells cause an increase in hormone production, which leads to more activity in the sympathetic nervous system. Catecholamine release results in the changes of blood flow and necrosis and form neural stimulation. In addition, pheochromocytomas also secrete various peptides, including endogens, opioids, neuropeptide Y, and chromogranin. All these peptides contribute to symptoms in these cases.
Turner syndrome, a condition that affects only girls and women, results when a sex chromosome, the X chromosome, is missing or partially missing. Turner syndrome can cause a variety of medical and developmental problems, including short height, failure to start puberty, infertility, heart defects, certain learning disabilities, and social adjustment problems. There are many disorders of the endocrine system, but when nothing is wrong, everything connects and it fits seamlessly together. The endocrine system works to keep the body properly maintained. This system secretes about 20 hormones in total, which is more than any other system in the human body. If the endocrine system were not there, the human body would just be a complete mess, and you would die pretty quickly. But seriously, this system is pretty important.